Recess is a space that bridges communities together and brings people in proximity with one another in the way we believe God intended us to be. We do this through hosting Respite, and Recess is a model of respite that 99 Balloons offers. Respite is defined as a short period of rest or relief. So being a part of Respite through Recess is being a part of giving rest to families for kids with disabilities. It is such a tangible way to show up in the life of these families. We really want to come alongside communities and churches in hosting Respite for the families experiencing disability. Now, this time of Respite is freely given and used however someone might want. To go on a much needed date night with their spouse, to take a nap, to get groceries for the week, but to do so with their mind at ease, knowing their kids are taken care of well by people that really love them deeply. The thing about Respite in particular is that while it is a break, a time of rest for caretakers, it accomplishes so many different purposes. As I've gotten to be part of Respite for many years, it's been such a joy to hear story after story of how meaningful Respite is for families. I can tell you the story of the parents who shared that Respite changed their marriage in so many ways. One of my favorite parts of Recess is really seeing the impact just 3 hours of rest gives to parents. There's a difference in energy while dropping off and then picking up their kids. They are recharged for what the week might bring. I could even tell you the story of my friend with disability who every week would come up to me at church and say, "Wait, is this Friday our recess night?" I could tell you the story of the sibling who lit up every time they saw their friends they made through recess that they would not have made otherwise. The reality is that there are people within your church and in your community who are in a place of marginalization and isolation, and you may know it or you may not know it yet. Oftentimes, the church sees a need and has a desire to just do something more but doesn't know where to start. Respite can be that starting point or that continuing place to go deeper. I really believe there is so much to be done with our churches and organizations that we are in. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed by not knowing where to begin, and truthfully, I think we overcomplicate it sometimes. So let's simplify it. We need to bring it all back to relationships because that's what it's all about. And when we do, we all begin living a fuller life because of it. Relationships between people with and without disabilities who in turn point one another to the gospel and the redeeming story of Jesus for all of us. We desire to make the gospel accessible to all people, but may we never leave out the reality of the one another in that. Respite gives an outlet and a means of doing this while accomplishing so much more than you could have ever imagined. Your gatherings at church may be more adapted to meet the needs of a child with disability, but Recess is a place uniquely created just for them. It sounds like a simple difference, but really it's quite beautiful. I think it's one of the most powerful things when hosting something as simple as Respite because it speaks truth over each and every family saying, hey, we see you and we want to do this life together, and we're gonna start by offering you a night of rest.